Hello, YouTube. So back when I was growing up, I had this obsession with technology, specifically cell phones. I was so interested in how they communicated wirelessly and how portable they were. It was like magic in my eyes. And after the release of the original iPhone, I was blown away by the presentation and by the new features year after year. That is, until the market saturated and slowly all phones started to be the same. So for a while, I lost interest in new gadgets and was just focused on my career. However, last year, I just happened to watch Tesla's Battery Day. And that same feeling that I had watching Steve Jobs reveal a new iPhone all surged back. And once again, I was excited about new technology. So I started to look more into Tesla and realized Tesla and the clean energy sector are the future. So it got me thinking, can an engineer afford a Tesla? So let's look at the estimated cost of a few models, the average engineering salary, and if it makes sense to buy one. Today, in 2021, Tesla has 4 available models for sale, each with multiple trims. Starting with the most expensive, the Model X starts at $79,990 for the Long Range Plus model, and $99,990 for the Performance version. This is followed by the Model S with the Long Range Plus model at $69,420 and the Performance version at $91,990, followed by the Model Y at $41,990 for the standard model and $49,990 for the long range model. And they also happen to have a Performance version for $59,990. Finally, the lowest cost model, the Model 3, starting at $37,990 for the standard model and $46,990 for the long range model. And this one as well has a performance model at $54,990. I'm not including incentives because they are not guaranteed and gas savings are just estimated. So I'm using the actual value that comes out of your pocket. Now let's look at the average salary of an engineer to determine if you can afford a Tesla. So I pulled up the average salary of an engineer in the United States, and it's around $110,000 per year, which sounds about right after a couple of years of working in the field. However, I want to use easy numbers, so I'm going to bring it down to $100,000 to see if a Tesla is within our range. Now, assuming a yearly salary of $100,000, the first thing that we have to consider is retirement, which is usually 15% of your income. Since the most popular retirement account is a company's 401k, I'm going to deduct it pre-taxes, leaving us with a total of $85,000. The next big thing is taxes, so I used an online income calculator, and for the salary for a single person living in California, it yields about 13.84% effective federal tax rate, a 7.65% tax rate for medical and social security, and a 5.4% effective tax rate for the state of California, giving us a total of $22,859. Subtracting this from the $85,000 income, and this gives us a total of $62,121 of net. Divide this by 12 to get the monthly income, and this gives us a total of $5,176 per month. Now this is where it gets tricky. From here on out, it all depends on your lifestyle, so it's going to be different for everyone. So, for the sake of this video, I'm going to use myself as an example. For me, my monthly expenses average out to be about $3,000. This includes my mortgage payment, my bills, gas for my car, food, and even my daily driver, since it's fully paid off. I then invest the remaining balance since I've already established a large emergency fund, paid off my student loans, and don't really like to carry debt. However, for the sake of this video, I'm going to play devil's advocate and will use up as much available money after expenses to buy a Tesla. So let's see how many models are within an engineer's reach. For this example, the remaining balance is about $2,176. Now, let's look at some models and figure out what the basic monthly payment would be. I'm also going to include an additional $1,200 per year for any repairs or maintenance cost, reducing my monthly income by an extra $100 and bringing my max payment to about $2,000. I would also be adding out the average cost of insurance, which is $150 per month, bringing the total available for the purchase to $1,850 per month. Now let's get started. So luckily for us, Tesla has a straightforward method of purchasing a vehicle. Everything can be done online, no fighting, no headaches, and we can literally make the purchase in 15 minutes. So let's start with the most expensive model and go from there. Okay, so we're in the Tesla page right now. and we're gonna take a look at the most expensive model. As it turns out, the Model X is actually the most expensive. I actually thought it was a Model S, but when I came to the website, it turned out to be this one. It makes sense because of the cool doors. So we're gonna pretend we're gonna order it and see if we can afford the most expensive Tesla with our budget. And this would indicate that if we can afford the most expensive one, then we can afford every other model. So anyway, we're gonna come here and definitely get the performance version, and we're gonna do next. And this is how I would get it. So let's check out the colors. All look nice, but the white one definitely looks the best. And yep, let's upgrade the wheels. Next. Definitely the 6 seat. Why would anybody get the 6 seat when the 7 seat is cheaper? 7 seat, the most amount of people. And definitely the autopilot option would go next. And what I like about the Tesla site is that there's no hassling or anything. You can directly come and see the amount, the payment that it would be. So for this particular model, we'd have to save down $7,000, $7,500, and we can finance this vehicle for 72 months at a 2.5% APR for $1,664 a month, which is below our $2,000 budget for this kind of vehicle. So it would be $1,664 plus $150 for insurance and $100 for the expected maintenance, which these actually don't have all that much maintenance, bringing it to about $2,000 a month, which is at the very limit of what we could do. So if we can afford this one, we can definitely afford all the other ones. But let's say you don't want the Model X, you actually want the most popular model in my poll on my YouTube page, which happened to be the Model 3, which actually kind of surprised me. So let's select the Model 3. Let's start an order, and how I would get this one would probably be performance for sure. And let's click next. Definitely in white as well. I have no choice in the wheels for this model. Next. And definitely black interior. I don't think the white one would look very nice after a couple months. So all black interior. Next. And definitely autopilot, which is one of the coolest things about buying a Tesla. Next. So that's pretty much it. We could automatically see what my expected payment would be. So for a Model 3, the estimated loan payment is about $900 a month, so less than half of the budget that we had available. This is of course with a $4,500 payment, down payment, which would take me a couple months to save up for, or in the budget it would take about 2.5 months. The 72 months of finance, which is about 6 years, or it's actually 6 years exactly, with a really good interest rate of 2.5%. And due today it would only be $100. So definitely is within the range of somebody who has been working as an engineer for a couple of years, based on the budget that we had established. So as you can see, if your goal is to get a Tesla, an engineering career gives you the ability to pretty much buy any model. However, just know that at the maximum of $2,000 with the added insurance, your total cost could be up to $144,000 over the next 6 years. So let's look at the opportunity cost that this would cost. If instead you took those $2,000 every month and invested them in an S&P 500 index fund for the same 6 years with a return of 15.21% per year as seen in the last 5 years, then your investment would have gained about $67,000. Essentially allowing you to have built enough gains to buy a Model 3 outright. So it's just something to consider. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you like it, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos.
Financial freedom, my only hope. Fuck living rich and dying broke.